Yo, what up? It's Teddy, Caravan Crypto, and today we're gonna get into blockchain and the music industry. There's a lot of industries out there that are going to be severely disrupted by the blockchain, and its technology. And in almost every single case that I can think of, that disruption is actually going to be really good, and it's going to be really good for the people involved in that industry. And I think that is I think that's just important. So music music is an extremely valuable art. Okay, I mean, like, think about all of the art. Like, yeah, movies are really important too, shows are really important, but man, music, whew, music is so valuable. It's extremely valuable. All right, people use music to relate to. They use it for emotional therapy, for creating positive vibes or even negative vibes, if that's how they're feeling. The talent and skill required to create good music is so impactful, is so meaningful to literally everyone on the planet, whether it's Beethoven or Tupac or Adele or whoever of music you're into. The problem with music is that and this has almost always been the case, every artist puts out this extremely valuable content that is so important, but the artist does not get the monetary compensation that equates to the value the artist is putting out. All right, so the value super high, the monetary compensation not does not equate to the value. Okay, so today we're going to explore how blockchain can help solve that problem. If you know nothing about blockchain, here is a brief summary of how it works. Okay, there's this digital ledger. It's like a paper ledger, but it's digital, and it keeps track of what's going in and what's going out. So you write plus this minus that. You can think of blocks on this ledger as pages. The computers that hold this ledger write the transactions to the page, or in this case, the block, and then they use encryption to seal the page or block so that no one can write on it. Now, the inputs on that block have a date, time, and ID for the person who wrote that input. That way, forever and ever, you can always go back and verify who created that input and what they did with it. Okay, so it's just like a paper ledger, except it can upload things like images and movies and music, and nobody can delete the ledger or change the ledger, because every time a page is complete, it locks that up, so you can't write on it, you can only read it. So now you have this immutable record where we can verify, we can trust that this record is accurate, and it's maintaining its accuracy indefinitely, in perpetuity. Okay, all right. So this doesn't require a label, a distribution center. This immutable record will have an accurate description of what is uploaded, who uploaded it, and the importance of having that is that we can create an equitable revenue stream for the artist, as long as the artist was the first person that uploaded it. You know, so okay, so you don't need a label, you don't need a distribution center, you don't need a patent office, you don't need a copyright office, you don't need ASCAP or any other intermediary. It requires no permission. It only requires that the person responsible for creating the music uploaded it first. That's it. That's all it requires. From that point forward, this artist can use this database for for the benefit of that artist, and so here's how it works, right? Imagine a database where an artist uploads music and then can determine who has access to that music, just like permissions on a cloud storage drive, but for music and other pieces of art too, or medical records, legal history, title history, you name it. Okay, ID, identification, whatever. But for music, now, if you want to access the music or even the music video, you'd have to gain permission. and someone can set the permission to require a payment of, let's just say, okay, 0.01 Ethereum, which is $23 today. So 0.001 Ethereum, which is 23 cents, right? It's literally whatever the artist would determine the payment price to be, okay? A person can buy a lifetime license to use the music, and that license can be attached to that consumer's ID on the blockchain. People can also build libraries of their music tied to their ID and accumulate a collection over time, over their whole lifetime. Or the artists themselves can get together and say, hey, we want to start our own streaming platform using the blockchain. And instead of Spotify being the middleman for our music, we want to promote our own music to our own fans and tell them download Blockify or Ether Music or whatever it is, whatever they want to call it. Now fans will create an ID, pay monthly, and those funds get divvied up amongst whomever the user is listening to. So if in a month a person listened to 100 artists and they paid $10 a month for that access, each artist would get 10 cents out of that cut. The more you get people to listen to you, the more you'll get. This is just an example. This could happen anyway, any kind of way, right? Now, instead of Spotify getting a cut, because all Spotify is doing is managing who gets what, collecting the data and divvying out the funds, the appropriate royalties, cutting the checks, making sure that the licensing is in place. That's all Spotify is doing. But the network, the blockchain, can do all of that. It could do all of that, right? So instead of Spotify getting a cut and a label getting a cut and a lawyer and all these people who are seemingly detached from the music getting a cut, the money goes to the musicians, the song producer, the sound engineer, the songwriter, and ultimately the artist. Because it's done digitally, the money is automatic. It comes in on time, and the data is real because it's a system that you don't have to trust, and the payments get divvied out on time. Okay, so, what else can you do, Teddy? Well, theoretically, let's say you rap, and while you're rapping, Kanye West hears you rap, and he's blown away. He's like, man, you're one of the best rappers ever. And Kanye says, hey, man, I'm running for president. I want to tell everyone you're my official album for the campaign. Your album is my official album for the campaign. You say, man, great. I'd love that, Kanye. Here is your affiliate link, Kanye. And if you promote that to everyone, when they click it and listen to the album, they'll direct revenue towards me, the people involved, and the campaign. I'll even ask the other parties who are creative contributors to the album to vote on whether or not they approve of this agreement through the blockchain. And the blockchain can update automatically once they vote, We'll set this license for 1 year so that this link will be unavailable unless the people who access this link purchased, a lifetime, a lifetime license for using the music, listening to the music, right? Now, so look, man, it doesn't have, you don't have to be Kanye either. You could be Donald Trump or Jeff Goldblum, dude. It doesn't matter. There's no relevance. But you can create an influencer marketing agreement just using links and smart contracts. That way, everyone gets paid what they're supposed to when they're supposed to. There's no lies. There's no lawsuits. There's just work. And dude, there's so much more to this that can be covered. But let me know what you think. This is just like a thought exercise. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other ideas of how this could work. Let me know if there's something else that maybe I'm not seeing, or so maybe there's something I got wrong. But this is a way that the music industry can revolutionize the way that artists are compensated for the work that they put in. This extremely valuable work. But yeah, hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.